Today we're building the public pool, so if you enjoyed this video, why not leave it a comment and a like, and let's jump into the build. So hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. So today we are building the public pool, and I initially had another video planned for this week's speed build, but seeing that it has been so freaking hot, and I'm not even kidding, like it's already summer temperatures here in Denmark, and I know it's been super hot in other countries as well, especially the northern European countries. So seeing that it has been so hot, I wanted to build a different type of venue. So I decided to build a public pool because I haven't actually done that before. So we're here in Windenburg, which is one of my favorite cities that came with The Sims 4 expansion packs, and I'm just in love with it. So I thought, okay, so let's just build here, and I'm building on the lot that was already a public pool area, and I just demolished it and starting building my own take on what it could be. So I wanted it to look a bit more modern, but I still wanted to have this you know, public pool feel to it. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I try to play around with a lot of different type of architectures here, just to kind of blend it in with the surrounding areas, because for some reason down here in Windenburg at the waterside area, there's actually a lot of modern builds, but when you move into the to the city itself, there's a lot of these old styled builds. So I tried to kind of mix this one down here with you know, the kind of more modern aspect that just seems to fit really well to the area here. So what does this pool have? So we have a changing room for the boys and the girls, just, you know, to kind of keep that separate. And we have a big outdoor pool area. We have 2 hot tubs. We have lots of seating areas. And again, I tried to keep everything modern looking. And we're going to build a screen as well, using the wall pieces, just to kind of mix it together. And I'm loving how these roof pieces just worked so well with what I was trying to do. So this build is actually something that just came straight out of my mind. I opened The Sims 4. I was ready to build the build that I had planned and that I had kind of sketched out, and then I was just like, oh my god, it was so hot when I started building this. I just came home from work and I really wanted to build a pool area. And the last build I did was in Windenburg. It was the island castle build. So I was already in Windenburg and I just saw this lot and I thought, you know what, let's build a public pool. So that's what we did. It's a huge pool, and actually you can see it in the screenshots in the end, and you could probably also see it in the intro. There was a lot of Sims at this pool area, so I'm thinking that maybe it's hot in the Sims games as well. I mean, it's eternal summer, so they kind of need a place to cool off, you know. But I just thought that was really, really cool. So yeah, there's a lot of Sims using this, which is a good thing for me, because it just means that my build works. So yeah, building the pool here. I wanted to have this oddly shaped pool because we're already working with a shape in this build that is a general weird sized weird shape. So I was just trying to kind of mix that together with the building, so it kind of everything just fit together. And yeah, what am I doing here? Just laying down some floor tiles. And again, these are from the World Adventures game pack, and I'm gonna say this again, if you haven't picked that up, what are you doing? It's the most amazing game pack ever, especially for builders. There's so many good items in it, so I definitely encourage you to check that out. But again, yeah, I'm just working on everything here. I wanted to have the hot tub area actually be shaded off, so we're gonna put in some shaders, and I was just working on this wall piece here. We're gonna put in some lights so it looks really good at night. And actually, for the screenshots in this game, I had to wait for it to be like not nighttime, but a little twilighty, just because the lighting in the game after they updated the light engine is so good, and it just looks so amazing. So I wanted to have that for the screenshots as well. And again, this is a public pool, so I'm working with a lot of like really risque colors, not something I've done before. It's not this blue color. I usually go for the more darker blues, but I just think that seeing that we're working with a pool, we can kind of use these more like bold color choices, just because it works you know, a bit better than it normally would. So yeah, again, working on these shaders here for over the hot tub area, and I think it looks really nice, especially again with the lighting engine. Everything just looks so much better. And then we're gonna put in some windows here. I actually had to delete some of the windows and, you know, change things around, just because, yeah, I kind of underestimated how much space I would need to actually build the changing rooms and have all the stuff. So you can kind of see up in the left corner, we have like this checklist of requirements that is needed for you to actually use this build. And I still wanted it to be, you know, I wanted it to be functional, but I still wanted it to be realistic. So I was working on that, and then I decided to just go outside, because at this point it was really late in the evening, and honestly I had to go to bed because I had to go to work the next day. So I was just trying to finish up some last things that I had on my mind, and then I was just like, okay, so we can kind of come back to that later. Here we're working on the light outside, and I got to say I'm really overall happy about how that wall piece turned out. Especially with the lighting in the end. I think it's something different, and I'm really enjoying how it turned out. And then, of course, because it is a pool, we needed to have like these tracks, so you could swim laps if you wanted to do that. And then we have the rest of the pool kind of open for fun stuff to do. And seeing at it now, I kind of wish that I would have put in, you know, some sprinklers or something like that, just to kind of make it a bit more fun. But, you know, it's just, there's always that one thing that you can think about that would just have made the build a bit better. But, yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that now. You can always put in sprinklers yourself, like from the fountain area, and just put those in just to kind of, you know, make the place a bit different. So, going inside here, more windows, and I ran into a thing that has been a problem with The Sims for ever since I first started up the game. So that is because the roof pieces don't behave the same way as they do in previous Sims games, there is the struggle that if you decide to do like me, where I'm doing now, and you decide to build a room where the roof piece is going through that room, and you decide to build another room and then cut it off, the roof piece will just go through the the walls, and there's no way you can get rid of it unless you delete that room that you planned to have there. So you can see here, I got this roof piece in, and then I was trying to work around it, and I was trying to put in some flooring on top of the spaces here, but then more roof came into the builds, and I honestly didn't know what to do, so I just decided to pull back the roof a bit. Then we have like this tiny piece going through, and then a bigger piece came through, and I just decided, okay, so I'm just gonna keep those two changing rooms open at the top, and then have the ceiling just not be present. And I know that might sound a bit weird, but it actually is. In some of the pools here in Denmark, the public pools, swimming pools, there's actually this sort of thing where it's a really high ceiling or really high wall, and you're not able to look over it, but there's no ceiling at the top, and then you go out to the pool from there. So I just kind of thought that it would be okay. And of course we have two separate changing rooms, one for the boys and one for the girls. And then I decided to put like these small hallways, so you kind of walk out of the changing room into your own hallway and then can go out into the pools from there. And I needed to have some bathrooms or toilets in this build as well, so I decided to put in those toilets that came with the City Living expansion pack. Place those outside just because, you know, it fit in, and yeah, that's kind of the toilets that is on this lot. Just because I didn't know where to place them. As you can see, it's kind of cluttered already, but I think it looks really nice. So you kind of enter here right into this area where there's couches, and I decided to put some commercials on the walls for movies and stuff, just because, I don't know, I just always feel like in these public pools areas, there's always commercials and all this other stuff promoting some sort of thing for something, and I just thought it kind of fit in with the vibe of the place. So yeah, going around here, placing some plants around, just trying to blend it in. I didn't want to go too overboard here because I still needed it to fit in with the existing area that was around it. So, you know, just some plants behind the hot tub area here, and yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, I didn't go too overboard. Just some, you know, some more decorations, and there was just kind of trying to figure out what the traits of the lot should be. I put in 2 more traits that you can see on the gallery, and some more seating areas, some more chairs that kind of fits in, and yeah, I mean, we're kind of done. We're gonna jump into the screenshots here in a little bit. It's gonna be really good. Just placing the last few lights, and yeah, let's jump into the screenshots. So remember, if you want this build, it's on the gallery right now. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri. You should be able to find the builds along with all my other builds. As we take a look at the girls' locker room here, the boys' locker room is pretty much identical, so you're only going to see one, and I chose this one because there was a sim inside of it. So yeah, girls' locker room here. And here we kind of have the hallways where you can kind of see the boys' rooms, the girls' rooms, and here we have the screenshots with the outside. And I love this lighting here. You can kind of see the background here as well. It just looks so freaking cool. So overall, I'm really happy about how that turned out. And yeah, just some more screenshots. You can kind of see every single area. This is way into the pool, down in the pool area, and you can see a lot of sim is actually here. I had my builder sim invite all of her friends, or as many as she could. As we take a look at the last screenshots here, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave it a big like and leave a comment down below. And why not check out some of my other videos here? It really helps me out a great big deal. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time. Bye!